Things are certainly different for us this time going to Sundance. When we were there in 2005 with our first film, Rock School, it was already sold. We weren't in competition, and it was exciting, but it was a different vibe.
You know, it's a dream come true to be able to go to Sundance, once, let alone go be there a second time. And I just can't tell you how excited we are, and I really feel like it's a great festival to launch this film in particular. Hi, I'm Don Argott.
And I'm Sheena Joyce, and we're the directors of the film The Atomic States of America, which will be making its world premiere in the U.S. documentary competition at the 2012 Sundance Film Festival. We, as a nation, are at the crossroads of a nuclear renaissance, and we just started to ask the question, what is nuclear? Do we need it, and is it safe? And we entered the story through a book called Welcome to Shirley by a girl named Kelly McMasters about growing up in Shirley, Long Island in the shadow of the Brookhaven National Lab. Unbeknownst to the town, the lab had 3 working nuclear reactors, all 3 leaked, and the lab sits on top of Long Island's sole source aquifer, so all of Long Island's drinking water became contaminated.
Somehow it seemed like, how could this, something so kind of monumental of nuclear leaks in this small town go kind of off the radar, and how was this not a big story?
When we started this film, it was a year before Fukushima, and we'd go to NRC hearings, Nuclear Regulatory Commission hearings. We'd go to licensing hearings or relicensing hearings in the communities, and we would be the only camera there. Nobody cared, nobody was there. And then March 11 happened. And the disaster in Fukushima changed everything, and it really reframed the dialogue about nuclear power and the nuclear renaissance and whether that was actually happening here in this country. And then it certainly reframed our film.
The people that we were speaking to in these communities, it was like this feeling of once you know, you can't unknow it. These are people in their communities that were affected by this, by these leaks or releases and things like that. They just started asking questions, and then once they started asking questions, it seemed like the same narrative was always played out from the other side, which is everything's fine, nothing to see here, your water's safe.
Move along.
Everything's great, everything is hunky-dory, and I think that most people, specifically in these communities, just wouldn't accept that. Asking questions is the most important thing, and sometimes you ask the questions of the right people, and when you're not getting satisfactory answers, that lends itself to more questions, and then I think that's where you can really start to get to the truth. And I really love that angle from it, because to me, it's easy to say, this is an anti-nuclear film or it's a pro-nuclear film, but to me it's more of an honest dialogue that I feel like we really haven't had in this country about nuclear power.